Alright, let me do this real quick. Put the content out. Yep. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. What do we got here? Fedora 40 enters dangerous phase. Here's what you need to do quickly. It says here Fedora project has just announced that Fedora 40, which was released on April 23rd, 2024, I was going to say the 14th, has now reached the end of life. That means from that day, it will not be receiving any new updates or support. Every day you decide to stay on this version, your system will become more and more vulnerable to attacks. So be sure to upgrade. And as a little bit of our background, Fedora retires a release once a month after the following second release. So in case of Fedora 40, it has been retired a month after the release of Fedora 42. You can't assume a certain Fedora version will retire in 13 months because sometimes Fedora release gets delayed. It says here, commenting on the end of life, Samyak Jain from Fedora said, Fedora 40 will go end of life for updates and support on 2025, the 5th to 13th. No more updates of any kind, including security updates or security announcement, will be available for Fedora Linux 40 after this update. Now, pending updates for Fedora 40 will be pushed to a stable. Fedora Linux 41 will continue to receive updates until approximately 1 month after the release of Fedora 43. The maintenance schedule of Fedora Linux release is documented here. The doc also contains instructions on how to upgrade from previous release of Fedora Linux to a version receiving updates. If you're using a Fedora workstation, to upgrade, all you have to do is open GNOME software and then go to update tab. Here you should see an option to upgrade to a newer version of Fedora. If you use other edition of Fedora, then the upgrade instruction might be slightly different, and you should consult these instructions. If you're on Fedora 40, do not delay upgrading. And that is that. So we got 4 comments. You know, this might kind of explain why Microsoft is using Fedora now. Supports Fedora Linux in Windows. It says here, good bot, bad bot said this. Sure, but all one needs to do was upgrade their system. It's like getting in bed at night and realizing you didn't lock the front door. It is almost certain no one will be trying your door that night, but you go through the little pain of getting up, putting your slippers on and going downstairs to lock the door, right? And then Rigby say, so over dramatic, you're not instantly going to be attacked just because your support ends today. And then who's this? Zika Leaf said this. No, Zika Leafy said this. Not sure, but it's only a year old. Some might be. And then Dev said this. Who is still running version 40? Look, this might explain why Microsoft used Fedora, because like I think every 5 years, Microsoft, every 5 to 6 years, Microsoft comes out with a new operating system for Windows. So Fedora is like the same way. They come out with a new updated version of Fedora every 13 months, so you have to constantly update your Fedora Linux. But other than that though, based on this article, all you're doing, you can use Fedora as long as you want to, but you can also update it right away if you choose to. So that's the option you have on the table, so. And if you're not doing anything heavy with Fedora 40, you can use it for a while. And then when you're ready to upgrade, you can just upgrade it to 41 or 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 42 if you want to. So yeah, that's the option you have on the table. I mean, to say that it's not receiving any no more updates, like no more. Let's see, where is it? See if I can get this here. Like you're not getting any more security updates. It might sound they might use that line to like scare you or something. But other than that, I mean, you don't have to rush to 41 right away if you don't need to. You might give yourself a month before you jump to 41. But if you're the one that like to keep up to date with Fedora, go up and do it. Then continually update when they come out with new updates. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, Star Wars, start your thing. Borg, Dark Side. Come. Peace.